Where is Judge Judy now? 2025. The Judge Judy show revolutionized courtroom programs. For 25 years, Judge Judith Sheindlin dominated daytime television with her sharp wit and no-nonsense justice. Then, after a quarter of a century, she seemingly vanished from the airwaves. But Judge Judy didn't retire. She rebooted, pivoted, and built something entirely new. Where she is now in 2025, and what she has created is a testament to her enduring power and business acumen. Our story begins long before the television cameras. In 1965, a young Judy Sheindlin passed the New York State bar examination. She entered the corporate world as a lawyer for a cosmetics firm, but after 2 years, she felt a profound lack of fulfillment. She quit to focus on raising her 2 children, Jamie and Adam. By 1972, however, she was ready to return to work, seeking a role that offered purpose. A friend told her about an opening as a prosecutor in the New York family court system. She applied, was hired, and quickly became known for her incisive legal mind and tough attitude. Her formidable reputation caught the attention of New York Mayor Ed Koch, who appointed her as a criminal court judge in 1982. By 1986, she was promoted to supervising judge in the family court's Manhattan division. Her brand of justice was often described as harsh, a label she always disputed, but it was precisely this style that would make her famous. That fame began with a 1993 article in the Los Angeles Times. A reporter named Josh Getlin, encouraged by his wife, profiled Sheindlin, describing her as a woman determined to make the court system work for the common good. That article changed everything. It captured the attention of talent agents from Rebel Entertainment, who introduced Judy to CBS. The network featured her in a segment on the prestigious news program 60 Minutes. The national audience was captivated, and Judy Sheindlin became an overnight sensation. Seizing the momentum, she wrote a book in 1996 with an unforgettable title, Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining. Soon after, she retired from the family court bench, having presided over more than 20,000 cases. But this wasn't an exit, it was a transition. Her star-making performance on 60 Minutes left audiences wanting more. Rebel Entertainment pitched an idea to CBS, a court show in the vein of The People's Court, but built entirely around Judy's fiery personality. CBS loved it, and Judge Judy was born. However, during the initial production, she felt something was missing. The chemistry with her first bailiff wasn't right. She needed someone else. Judy remembered a letter she had received. In 1995, a court officer named Petrie Hawkins Bird, who had worked in the family court system, read about her book and wrote to congratulate her. He ended the letter by saying that if she ever needed a bailiff, he was ready to put his uniform back on for her. Judy picked up the phone. When it rang, Bird knew his answer before she even finished her sentence. With that, the iconic duo was formed, and Judge Judy was set to revolutionize television. The chemistry between Judge Judy and Bailiff Bird was immense. He was the stoic, steady presence who provided order while remaining emotionally detached from the cases. His calm demeanor was the perfect foil to her combustible energy. Fans fell in love with his quiet authority and eagerly awaited his signature call, "Order, all rise," at the start of each case. It's a shame how things would eventually turn out between them, but we'll get to that later. With this dynamic at its core, Judge Judy became more than just the most popular court show. It was one of the most successful programs in television history. At its peak, the show drew 9 to 10 million daily viewers, at times even surpassing the ratings of the Oprah Winfrey Show. It became the highest rated show in all of daytime television. Its popularity was so immense that one poll found Americans trusted Judge Judy more than all 9 justices of the United States Supreme Court combined. She transcended the role of a TV judge and became a pop culture icon. Despite this overwhelming public adoration, the show was consistently snubbed by the Daytime Emmy Awards. Yet Judy herself was showered with honors. She received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2006 and was inducted into the Broadcasting and Cable Hall of Fame in 2012. But she desperately wanted the show to win. Finally, in 2013, after 15 nominations, Judge Judy won its first Emmy, opening the floodgates for wins again in 2016 and 2017. Her biggest recognition, however, may have been the Guinness World Record she received in 2015 as the longest-serving judge in courtroom-themed programming history. Of course, with immense success came immense earnings. In the early 2000s, her salary was already a headline-grabbing $25 million per year. Later, the studio increased it to an astonishing $47 million annually. Her net worth soared, placing her on the Forbes list of richest women in entertainment. This wealth drew criticism, with some arguing it was unfair for a television arbiter to earn so much while real judges earned a fraction of that. This wasn't the only criticism. While fans loved her intelligence and called her a human lie detector, many critics and even some former fans found her style problematic. They accused her of interrupting litigants, prejudging cases, and showing a clear bias against people on public assistance or with low incomes. They argued that as the seasons wore on, the patience she exhibited in early episodes vanished, replaced by a harsh and dismissive demeanor. There were also questions about the show's authenticity. The production paid appearance fees to litigants, covered all their travel expenses, and most importantly, paid any monetary judgment Judy awarded. This led critics to accuse the show of incentivizing fabricated drama for a paid vacation to Hollywood. The relentless production schedule took its toll. In 2010, she considered retirement, but she was locked into a contract. On March 30th, 2011, the pressure became physically manifest. While filming, Judy suddenly began speaking nonsensically. Everything went black. She had fainted on set and was rushed to the hospital, where doctors determined she had suffered a transient ischemic attack or a mini stroke. Still, she didn't quit. Instead, she signed another contract extension, solidifying her status as the highest paid star on television. It was during this period that the legal dramas began to pile up, ironically forcing the TV judge into real-life court battles. The most significant was a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed by Rebel Entertainment, the company that discovered her. They claimed CBS and Judy conspired to inflate her salary to an exorbitant level, which in turn reduced the show's net profits, cheating Rebel out of their rightful percentage. Judy fired back, calling the lawsuit shameless and defending her salary as a reflection of the value she brought CBS. In 2018, the court agreed, ruling that Judy was not overpaid, but the legal troubles didn't end there. Another lawsuit claimed she and CBS failed to inform Rebel about the spin-off show Hot Bench to avoid sharing profits. Then two former Rebel employees who originally discovered her sued for royalties. Through it all, Judy remained defiant. When one case required her to counter-sue CBS to proceed, she chose loyalty to the network and dropped her claim. Finally, in March 2020, while on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Judy made the announcement fans had dreaded. The 25th season of Judge Judy would be its last. But she wasn't retiring. She had a new idea, a plan to cross generations and bring her brand of justice to a new audience. She created Judy Justice. To appeal to a younger demographic, she brought her granddaughter, Sarah Rose, on as the law clerk. But in a move that shocked and angered fans, she did not invite Bailiff Byrd to join the new show. She reportedly told him his salary was too high for the new streaming budget. Byrd, who had been her loyal on-screen partner for 25 years, was deeply hurt, revealing that he was never even asked if he'd be willing to take a pay cut. The fan backlash was immediate and intense. Viewers felt it was a cold and disloyal act. They pointed to past slights, like how Byrd was seated 20 rows behind Judy at the Emmys. Realizing she had miscalculated the audience's deep affection for Byrd, Judy made a course correction. She offered him the bailiff role on another spin-off she was producing, Tribunal Justice. So where is Judge Judy now in 2025? She has seamlessly transitioned from a broadcast television legend to a streaming powerhouse. Her show, Judy Justice, is a flagship program for Amazon Freevee. It has been a massive success, even winning its own Daytime Emmy Award, proving her formula still works. She remains the executive producer of Tribune Justice, keeping her old partner Byrd in the fold. At an age when most are long retired, Judith Sheindlin has successfully reinvented herself, conquering a new media landscape and proving that her brand of justice is as in demand as ever. She didn't just fade away, she built a new empire.